Hello, welcome back. In this video, we're going to complete our ship class integration into our test game. So we split out all the logic for everything related to the ship, and now we're going to create that ship in our test game and then render the ship. So let's go ahead and go back to the test game extends application adapter. Texture IMG, we don't really need that anymore. What we need to do is we need to create a new ship object or a new instance of the ship class. So we're going to reserve the word, I'm just going to say my ship, as a instance of the ship class. Now we don't need a ship hitbox because that's also associated with the ship class, so we can kind of take that off for now. And asteroid hitbox we still need because we haven't taken that information out. Float X and Y we still need inside of this program because the asteroid's X and Y coordinate will also, if we scroll back down, we'll need it in a second in order to tell us where to draw the ship. So we'll get there in just a second. Okay, so let's go back to this, make sure we reserved all of the variables we need. We got the batch, we have our asteroid, we have my ship, we have the asteroid's hitbox, we have the X and Y coordinates. So now we're going to create instances of the ship and the ship hitbox. We can go and take that away, and let's go ahead and create an instance of the ship. So my ship is an instance of our new ship, and I need the ship image location. So if you'll see, the very first parameter says ship image location. So if we look right here, we're just going to do ship.png. Alright, now it says ship blown up image location. Well, we don't have a blown up ship image yet. All we have is an asteroid and a ship. So just to prove it works, let's turn our ship into an asteroid if it hits the asteroid. So we're just going to say asteroid.png. Okay, so we need our X variable and our Y variable. So that's the location of the ship's lower left hand corner. We created the X and Y up here, so we can actually just pass these X's and Y's, or this X and Y, into our constructor. So XY, and our ship width and our ship height is going to be 64 by 64. Now we need to do 64F because it's a float, and remember, to use the float variable type you have to put an F after it. So we're going to do 64 by 64, and there's our new ship image. Now we still need the asteroid and the asteroid hitbox because we haven't created an asteroid class yet. Let's come down to render. We set the background color, we clear the screen, that's great. We don't need the ship hitbox yet or anymore. We don't need to draw the image, so we'll take that off for right now. What we do need to do is we need to render the ship, and we need to tell the ship where to go. So we're going to render, we're going to say my ship dot move ship. So we're going to tell our ship to move. That means it's going to check for the left, right, up and down arrow keys. Notice that that's just one line now. Instead of all that logic being underneath the render method, we just have one line for it right here. Great, so much cleaner. Alright, we also need to, so every time we're looping through, we're going to check to see if we're going to move the ship. Great. We also need to see if the ship's going to collide with something. So let's do my ship dot check collision, and we're going to check collision with my ship dot hitbox. So we're going to check a collision between my ship's hitbox and the asteroid hitbox, which I thought, oh, I had a capital A for that. Y'all, your instance, I think I said that incorrectly in a previous video. You should always use lowercase letters for your instances of a class. So asteroid hitbox right here. So what's that going to do? It's going to check for a collision between my ship's hitbox and the asteroid hitbox. And if you remember when we created that method over here, check collision, if they hit, we're going to change my ship's image to refer to the ship blown up image, which we said is the asteroid. So the ship image is now going to turn into the asteroid if it collides. Alright, so we're going to batch to begin. We're going to draw. What do we need to draw? Well, we need to draw my ship dot get ship image. So we need to draw the ship's image, and we need to draw it at the ship's x and y. So notice we're not actually changing the value of x and y here. We set the value of x and y right here. That's the starting position of the ship, x, y. And if you remember, when you create a float variable, it defaults to 0, so we're actually setting it in the lower left-hand corner. So we're going to start the ship off at 0, 0, and over here, if it's been moved, if you move the ship, you're not changing the value of x and y up here. You're changing the ship's x and y value. So the lower left-hand corner of the ship. So what we need to do is we need to get the ship's value of x and the ship's value of y. So my ship dot get x and my ship dot get y. Alright, so we're going to draw the ship's image whose lower left hand corner is at the ship's x and the ship's y. Then we're going to draw the asteroid and we're going to end. Now if we've done everything correctly, we should be good. Last thing down here, we're not disposing of image anymore. We're going to dispose of my ship dot get ship image. So we're going to dispose of that image. Alright, let's go ahead and save it. Keep our fingers crossed. Let's run it and let's see what happens. Alright, so there's our ship running around. Yay. Still press the arrow keys. Now, if we get close enough, remember our hitboxes aren't exactly correct. There you go. When we collided with the asteroid, our ship turns into an asteroid as well. Notice it's not turning back because we don't have logic for that, because technically when your ship hits the asteroid, the game should completely end. Alright, there you go. We've separated the logic from the ship and everything dealing with the ship class, and we've incorporated that back into our program, and it makes the render method a lot cleaner and neater. Plus, it's going to make it a lot easier when we create a class object for the asteroid and create a class object eventually for the bullets. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you again for joining me. I look forward to next time when we create a class for the asteroid and start creating some logic for the asteroid, because we probably don't want the asteroid just sitting there on the screen doing nothing. So we'll probably start moving the asteroid down the screen. That's it for now again. Look forward to seeing you next time.